Have you ever noticed those pale, crescent-shaped marks at the base of your fingernails? They're easy to overlook, just part of your nail, right? But what if I told you those little half-moons, called lunulae, could be quietly whispering secrets about your health? That's right. Those subtle shapes under your nails are doing a lot more than just sitting there. They're actually small but important indicators that can reflect what's going on inside your body, sometimes before you feel any symptoms at all. Let's break it down. First, let's get technical for a moment. The term lunula comes from Latin, meaning little moon. And that's exactly what it looks like, a soft, pale crescent just above your cuticle. You're most likely to spot it on your thumbs, where it tends to be largest and most visible, but each finger has one, even if yours are hiding. People with darker skin or thicker cuticles might not see their lunulae clearly, and that's totally normal. What you can see, though, is the visible part of the nail matrix. That's the root of your nail where new cells are generated. So, in short, your lunula is basically the engine room of your fingernail. If it gets damaged, the whole nail's growth can be thrown off. Here's where things get interesting. Aside from being nail nerd trivia, lunulae can also act as early indicators of bigger health concerns. And no, we're not diving into astrology. This is all anatomy and medical observation. In traditional Chinese medicine, the state of your lunulae has long been used as a diagnostic tool. But even in Western medicine, doctors have taken notice. Changes in lunulae, like discoloration, disappearance, or enlargement, can be clues pointing to underlying issues in your body. Let's take a closer look. 1. No visible lunulae. If you've got naturally fair skin, but still can't spot any lunulae, it might be worth paying attention. Some studies suggest the absence of lunulae could be linked to anemia, malnutrition, or even hypothyroidism. That doesn't mean you're definitely sick, but it could be a red flag worth checking out. 2. Pale or blue lunulae. If your lunulae appear unusually pale or have a bluish tint, it may indicate issues with blood circulation or oxygenation. Some medical professionals associate this with conditions like diabetes or even chronic fatigue. It's not a diagnosis, but it's definitely something to bring up at your next checkup. 3. Reddish lunulae. If your lunulae look red or dark pink, that could point to cardiovascular issues or high blood pressure. In some cases, it may even indicate a buildup of toxins in the bloodstream. Again, not something to panic over, but certainly not something to ignore either. 4. Enlarged lunulae. If your lunulae look unusually large and extend far up the nail, it could be associated with high stress levels or an overactive thyroid. On the other end of the spectrum, small or shrinking lunulae might reflect a weakened immune system or poor energy metabolism. It's fascinating, isn't it? Who knew your body had such a subtle way of waving red or white flags? Not at all. Everyone's nails are different. Genetics, lifestyle, skin tone, and age all play a role in how your lunulae look, or if you can even see them at all. But if you notice a sudden change, like your lunulae disappearing entirely or turning a strange color, it's worth mentioning to your doctor, especially if that change is paired with other symptoms like fatigue, dizziness, or unexplained weight changes. Think of it this way: lunulae aren't the whole story, but they can be a helpful chapter in the book your body is writing about your health. Let's shift gears for a second. While we're on the topic of fingernails, it turns out lunulae are also making waves in the beauty world. Yep, nail artists have found ways to turn these little crescents into statement pieces. Some manicure trends now highlight the lunula instead of covering it, using contrasting colors or metallics to create bold crescent moon accents. It's called the moon manicure, and it's been spotted everywhere from Instagram to high fashion runways. Kind of poetic, right? A natural part of your body, doubling as both a potential health clue and a fashion statement. As fun as nail art is, constantly covering your lunulae with polish, especially opaque or dark colors, can hide signs your body might be trying to show you. So, while it's totally fine to glam up your nails, it's also smart to give them a breather now and then. Let them breathe. Let you breathe. Check in with yourself. Your hands might be telling you more than you realize. It's easy to think of fingernails as cosmetic, something to clip, polish, or maybe nervously chew during a stressful meeting. But they're more than that, much more. Your lunulae, these little half-moons, are a part of a much larger system, a living, breathing signal network your body uses to communicate with you. And the coolest part? You don't need a fancy gadget or a medical degree to read these signs. All you need is your eyes, a little awareness, and maybe a flashlight if your room's too dark. Next time you're washing your hands or applying lotion, take a closer look at your fingernails. Ask yourself, are they telling me something? Have they changed recently? And if you're ever unsure, don't be afraid to check with a healthcare provider. What might seem small or silly could end up being the clue that helps you catch something early. So, go ahead, give your lunulae the credit they deserve. They're more than just little moons. They're quiet messengers in a world that rarely stops to listen. And now that you know, will you ever look at your hands the same way again? If this opened your eyes, literally, share it with someone who might need a reminder to check in on their health. And hey, drop a comment below. How many lunulae can you see?